Alright, good morning you guys. We're on a new job today. It's just me and Timmy today. Hey, we got some kind of a little bit of hardscape and a little bit of softscape. So that does not
Does this look like cheap paint?
it definitely looks like cheap paint.
$3. $3 a can. It's a pretty good deal.
But yeah, we got some edging going in here with some rock. These plants gotta go. Oh, we're putting in some edging up as I trip over the shovel. My own fault. Well, but we got some edging going from right here. We're gonna build this up a little bit and get some more black dirt in here and stuff. That's what the customer wants. And then over on this side, over here, we're gonna put some rock and some edging. Over on this side, coming off of here. Here we're gonna do some edging off the corner of this. This kind of just swooping around. We're gonna kind of maybe stop right here, and then we're gonna continue it over here, bring it down, kind of bar it up to the edge of the patio here, just because it's getting a little bit of washout right here and whatnot. So we're gonna put some rock in here to kind of build it up. Then a little bit of leveling in the backyard here to get just stuff going, and just pitch in the right way, because he's getting some washout areas and can't grow some stuff because it's just not good soils. It's all sand, like kind of a dirt sand mix, so you can grow kind of some stuff but not very much. And then this bush is coming out of here because he wants that gone, and this just to be a nice flow into the backyard. So that's what we're on today, and it's about a 3-day job. So we'll see what we get done today. We got rain coming tonight, and just go from there. So
you don't see me on these jobs. The reason you don't see me on these jobs is because I don't have to be on the jobs. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could run a business that you didn't have to go to, but it still operated the exact way you wanted it to? Now here's the scoop, you guys. I've had the blessing to be able to go behind the scene to the absolute most successful businesses across the nation. And these are businesses that aren't all doing the exact same thing, but they have the same thing in common, and it all starts with their team. Your team will make you or break you. And let's take Zach for an example. Zach was fired. Alex didn't want him on the job site. Timmy didn't want him on the job site. Nobody wanted him on the job site. But there was something about that guy that I seen that I said, wait a minute, he's not going anywhere. But they refused to even allow him out onto the projects. And I've told this right to Zach. I've said it straight up. I'm not going to hide it from him. I'm not going to hide it from you. There's a right way and a wrong way to be on a job site. And what we need to know as entrepreneurs, as the leaders of our business, is to recognize potential and then develop it, pull it out of our guys. Now, not every guy is going to be super awesome. Some guys are going to be stronger at one thing. Other guys are going to be stronger at another thing. But if you really want to be the absolute best entrepreneur you possibly can, one of the things you have to do is develop the best team. And that starts with you understanding what your own weaknesses are and filling in those voids. Because you, my friend, just like me, aren't perfect. And I sure as heck aren't perfect. And I've got an amazing team that fills in all of those voids. I've got Timmy, who slows me down. I'm the visionary. Go, 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 go. And Timmy's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I've got Alex out running projects, who's dialing in the numbers, who knows how to keep things rolling. And then there's Zach. Now you see Zach back on the team. And Zach is an absolute needed necessity. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I did with Zach that absolutely transformed him. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you why I did it in the first place. But let's just see what's happening here.
Alright, good morning everybody. Yeah, it's today's date. The 8th of August. We got a lot done yesterday. The camera battery, I didn't know it had a half charge on it, so died halfway through the site, so that's on me. Yeah, but yesterday we got Alex brought in some black dirt. We got this all graded out, but we had gotten the edging in, rock in along this side. Issue a little slick from yesterday because we got some rain last night, but I got this. We got all this edging done and rock in. And we're gonna get a couple of chunks in here and get some rock into here, and then I was working on this side over here last night. Before we left. The GoPros would not be dumb, but as it was really interrupted, yeah. And I was working on this yesterday, got this dug in. I just need to put a little dirt next to it, get this all graded out, and then we're gonna put rock in here, and then over here we're gonna dig out these plants, get this one trenched in, and then we're gonna get this all nice and graded out, put rock over this, and then this job will be wrapped up. So, shouldn't take more than a few hours. Timmy's on his way out, so I'm gonna start work on my side, get that done, and then hopefully Timmy will get here and we'll move a lot faster.
Not only did Timmy fire Zach, but Alex fired Zach, and then I moved him over to Frankie, who did not want to work with Zach. You see, nobody could see the potential that I seen. And this is what I seen. I seen a guy that when we were snow plowing, lived an hour and a half away, would drive the biggest piece of crap car you ever seen and show up before anybody else. And he did this the first couple times. I didn't even know who he was. He was there before any other person on the team was there, even guys that lived 10, 15 minutes away. And I said, Zach, what are you doing? How are you getting here? And he would rent a hotel and stay at a hotel so he could show up early to the job. To me, that shows me something that I've never seen in anybody else. That's heart, that's dedication. That's a guy that wants a chance. Now, part of the problem with Zach was he's a freaking machine. And let me show you a real example. So, Zach would show up to work and he's like a freaking robot. He'd go, he would run. You tell him, hey Zach, go do this. That fricker's gone. He would run. But as soon as you gave him the list of things to do, he would stop. It would be like he's got two switches, on switch, off switch. As soon as he accomplished all of the tasks he needed to do, he would just stand there and wait. And that's where the frustration came in with Timmy, Alex, and Frankie. They wanted somebody that could be the visionary, that could see the next steps, that they didn't have to go, hey, now you gotta do this, now you gotta do that, now you gotta do this, now you gotta do that. Because that does get to be frustrating. But what I seen was a guy that if you could give enough set of instructions to and then train and teach how to become the visionary and what is going on in the job, he has the potential to do that. That's what your job is. You're the entrepreneur. You're the owner of the company. You're the visionary. Your job is to see what has to happen and then to line everything up. And you can't expect your team to automatically do that. If you find somebody that does that, they're a gem. They're a rare treasure. But you can train it. You can teach it. So what I did with Zach was after Timmy let him go and Alex let him go, I pulled him in when I started working him with Frankie, and Frankie didn't want him. I says, Frankie, stop. Think of him like a robot. Think of him like a machine. If you tell Zach 5 things, because that was his maximum limit, tell him 5 things to do. He can't remember 6, he can't remember 7, and that's okay. But he'll do the 5 things you want to do no matter what they are. He will do them as fast as you possibly can think of and do it. The guy would legitimately run, and he still will run to this day. And once you start to get used to how a person operates in the field, you can then teach him the way that he's used to learning. And so for 2 years, behind the scenes, I worked with Zach. I said, Zach, first thing, don't ever touch your phone. You don't need to touch your phone. Second thing, I'll give you these set. And I realized his limit was 5 things. He couldn't remember the 6th thing. Do these 5 things. But as you're doing these 5 things, I want you to start to look at what you think the next steps are. And I want you to not be afraid to take the initiative to take that 6th step. Even if you screw up, Zach, it's okay. At least you're trying. I gave him the potential and I gave him the leash. Remember, if you give a guy a rope, he's going to do 2 things. He's going to climb up it or he's going to hang himself with it. Now, when you develop a team that can climb that rope, you've given them the ability to believe in themselves. And when they believe in themselves, they're going to take that initiative. They're going to get hungry. They're going to get like a wolf. They're going to want to know what the next thing is they got to do. And then they're going to start to do it. You've got to take the restrictions off and let that beast out of the cage and let guys start to do what guys want to do. They want to feel valuable. They want to feel like they belong. It's not just about money. It's about so much more. And you got to build that into your team. And when you build that into your team, you're going to have a phenomenal company, a phenomenal organization. And this brings me back to the point where I started with this video when I said, you don't see me on my job sites. It's because 2 things are happening. 1, I don't have to be there for my job sites to run better than ever. And number 2, I've got a team that is trained to operate without me. I've got a team that will go out and not just from start to finish do the job, but they'll bid it, they'll invoice it, they'll get the equipment lined up, they'll order the materials. They do everything. But it didn't happen overnight. And it didn't happen with just anybody. I found the best of the best, and I empowered them to believe in themselves, to take the ropes off from themselves, and to fly, to go, to make it happen. Win, lose, or fail, man, a rising tide raises all ships. And I let them know, let's do this thing together. And people could see that I absolutely meant it. So you won't see me out on my job sites because I don't need to be there. These guys got it. Create that atmosphere that allows people to be the best they can. You're going to find gems and then you're going to find garbage. And when you find the guys that take advantage of you and leverage that freedom to sit and idly do nothing, fire them fast. Because one bad apple ruins the bunch. Get rid of the bad apples. Don't be afraid to let them go. But just because you let them go doesn't mean that they're always bad. You've got to see the potential. So look behind the scenes. Look at the character of the person and decide and determine for yourself. Does that person have the potential to become so much more? Or does that person, if given enough freedom, decide to take advantage of you, and then you got to let those guys go. You, my friend, are the visionary. It's your job to understand the potential of the people you work with. Now let's get back into this job site.
All right, we're officially done with all the edging and rock formations and stuff. Well, decorative rock or whatever, I don't know. That's all done on this side. Then come up here and it comes along here up to this slab, and then yeah, now it's just kind of grading out the front yard and a little bit more dirt in the backyard and go from there.
Let's talk about Timmy now. When he came into my company, he was nothing. He had no skills. He didn't know how to run a single piece of equipment. He didn't know anything about any job at all. But I found something in Timmy that I could find very few other places. Somebody I could trust. Somebody I could believe in. I seen a guy that wanted to do the absolute best work that he could possibly pull off. And do you think that's valuable? It's more valuable than having somebody that knows how to run a piece of equipment. I'll tell you, the worst thing I ever hired is the guys that come into the company that think they're the best thing since sliced bread. Every time I've had somebody brag about all of their potential, everything that they could possibly do, those guys turn out to be a major disappointment. Massive. Just let them go. Fire them. I have one guy come into the company, he thought he was one of the 5 best operators of skid loaders in the entire world, and he told me that. I let that guy go within 1 season. So your job is a visionary. Look at the content of the character of the people that you hire. Look at their potential. See beyond their limitations and see what you think they can pull off if you give them just that single chance to do it. Now let's get back to Timmy. Timmy wanted to move onward and upward. Timmy now owns half of the company with me. He was a guy that came in with 0 skills, didn't know how to grease a piece of equipment or even turn it on or run a job site. Now he handles all of the financials of the company, runs the equipment, hires, fires, takes everything over. Do you see where the potential of the people can elevate your entire organization? Look beyond their limits and see what you think they could become. And oftentimes you're going to find they don't even see it. They don't recognize it because they don't believe in themselves enough.
All right, we're finally wrapped up for the day. It's day and a half, next day or whatever. Or we got some black dirt here that we put in and around his driveway. Hey, then we came back along here. We did edging, and then this rock, there's plastic down underneath that. Come around here, we did this one around this drain here because this was just washing out. And then he wanted a little bit of black dirt over here for a tree that he had taken out, and then we wanted some more dirt over here, so we brought in some dirt and graded it out, made it all look nice. Okay, so then along this side we did the same thing. We basically did all the rock up along the side of the house, edging, and regraded all this over here. Here, regraded the front yard, graded all this, got all this rock basically up to a step right here. Here, got all this all graded out, looking nice. And that's it for what we got in this job. So it's a repeat customer. We did the patio for him a couple of years ago or whatever. So, good guy. Okay, but that's it. We're done. On to our next job.
Believe in yourself. Give yourself the chance. Break away from somebody else, making somebody else rich, and give yourself the chance to fail greatly or succeed. But at least believe in yourself enough to try. You can always go back to your 9 to 5. You can always go get another job. But you can't always say, at least I tried. Just trust me. Give yourself the chance. And understand this. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be the hardest work that you ever love because you are your own boss. And if you fail because of you. Don't blame somebody else. Blame yourself. If you blame somebody, if you're a guy that blames or a gal that blames somebody else for stuff, then don't. Not everybody is cut out to be a business owner. But if you're the kind of person that can take responsibility and say, that's on me, holy crap. The sky can become your limit. If you're the guy that can get up in the morning and start to see what has to happen, that knows the steps that go into making a business run. Let me back this up. You don't have to know the steps to making a business run. You just have to be willing to learn, to understand, to grow, to see your own limitations, to try to become better, and to take responsibility and put everything on you. If you are that guy that's willing to take that risk, then there's a dang good chance that you could become pretty successful. And the reason I say that so confidently is I've talked to so many hundreds of you that have done exactly this. You watched a video and you went out and you tried and you came up to me and you shook my head and said thank you. You inspired me to go out and to do it. And now I've got 5 guys running. I've got $1 million worth of jobs booked. I've done this, I've done that. And you're very, very, very proud. And it doesn't matter if you win, fail, or somewhere in between. But you will have at least the opportunity to say, I tried. Go, do it, please. Believe in yourself enough to try. That's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. God bless and go get them. Believe in yourself and give it a try.